So share with us like the whole vision behind Beauty Unveiled, or like where it began first, and like why.
So for Beauty Unveiled, I was probably 17 years old, sitting in Sunday school class, a co-ed class, and we were doing a book study over Wild at Heart and Captivating, which are awesome books that kind of just break down the characteristics of girls and then characteristics of guys, and why, you know, we have certain desires, or, you know, just certain character traits that are all in the image of God. And so while doing this study, me and a few girls just started talking, and what I realized is we needed our own place, a place where girls could be open and real with each other without having the peer pressures of guys influencing them one way or the other. And so that was about 6 years ago, and then we tried to have an event. In the first year it didn't really happen. We had planned for it and different things fell through, and so the next year we worked our tails off, me and two other friends, to make sure that this event happened, because we knew it was something that needed to take place for the girls in our community.
A big picture is a place for girls to come together and be able to experience just being comfortable with one another.
Yes.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. Is there anything else that you would share in the past years that like God has laid on your heart, like big picture of like what do you see this becoming or being, or
I think for the most part, I feel like you know, we take it from Scripture. The name Beauty Unveiled comes from 2 Corinthians 3:18, where it talks about the unveiling of Christ, really, you know, just in a summary of it, finding God and having that in your heart, and the unveiling of that. And so for me, I see it as a place where girls can come and just find freedom, which it comes from Scripture as well. It's the verse before that, and just finding freedom to be themselves, to be open and real with each other and themselves, because a lot of times we're searching for our identity and we don't even have a clue what we're meant to be or who we're meant to be, because we try to fit the mold of others.
Right.
So definitely a place just to be real with yourselves and each other.
I love that. This year, Beauty Unveiled, year 6, or 5, year 5. What is the theme and like the focus, and like where did it come from?
Okay, our theme this year is good as gold, and you know, gold is just this worthy, you know, every time you hear of gold you think of something that has value.
Yeah, like royal.
And royalty. And so this year we're focusing on finding the good in ourselves, and I know we're focusing a lot on mental health and physical health and spiritual health overall, and just finding the good that's in us, which is essentially God. So good as gold is coming from finding God and the gold that
I
it
just got
is.
chill bumps when you said that. This year it's in September.
It is September the 29th.
Okay, lay out kind of like the schedule for me, or like an idea of like what to expect if I'm coming for the first time.
Okay, so for Beauty Unveiled, this year is not going to be long. It is going to, our doors open at 8:30. Our event will start at 9. When you get there, we'll have breakfast, probably coffee for all the leaders, for sure. When you walk in, you'll see vendors, we'll have boutiques and just different organizations there. And then when the doors open, you're walking into just a phenomenal worship service with an all-girls band this year, which is amazing. And then we'll have a speaker come in to speak, and then you'll have breakout sessions throughout the day. Lunch is provided, and you'll go back into your main session later in the day, and we'll close it out from there with another worship service and just a rewind of the day. And so it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited already. So what is you serve girls a lot, and like you're involved in things with girls a lot. What is one piece of advice, like even you've seen throughout the years, that you would give them? Like, it's hard being a girl.
It is.
Tell me what you would say to them.
Well, for me specifically, I would say if God calls you to it, do it. I know I felt called into ministry at a very early age, but when you look at your church staff, it's kind of, disappointing as a girl because you're like, where's my place in this? And, because it's mainly men, but women have their place as well. And so for me, like I'm serving as a children's director now, but we started this and it's a girls ministry, and there's places all over for girls to serve in ministry. And even if it's not in a church field or a youth camp or whatever, there's a mission field out there for you to walk in every single day. So if God's called you to it, do it.
I like that. Sounds like you'd be on a t-shirt.
It's awesome.
Yes. Sounds
Maybe we
great.
can have that.
Yes, yeah, maybe a t-shirt and beauty unveiled with that. That works.
That's awesome.
That sounds good. Cool. Awesome.